If it's got an engine and wheels and it goes fast, I'll probably watch it. If there's one thing I still chase to this day alongside balance. Hello everyone. With the greatest weekend in motorsports on the horizon, I thought today would be a great day to turn back the clock even further and tell the origin story of my greatest passion. And quickly to clarify, the greatest weekend in motorsports consists of F1 in Monaco, the Indianapolis 500, and NASCAR's Coke 600. And before that even gets started, MotoGP goes racing at the Circuito de Barcelona, Catalunya. So, a lot of racing to go around on four wheels or two. But back to the story of how I fell in love with racing. When I was a kid, my sole obsession was Thomas the Tank Engine. And my favorite one of the engines was the one who went fastest. His name was Gordon. If there's one thing I still chase to this day alongside balance, it's speed. But as I progressed through toddlerhood and realized that my hometown consisted of more automobiles than trains, I redirected that love of speed to four wheels. And I also grew up in the time when Cars 1 released, so I was very happy to get real gone. And my mom got a sense of this from a young age. She held my third birthday party at the Peterson Automotive Museum in Los Angeles. And for a following birthday, I got to pick out a birthday cake from a grocery store. Any one, any theme, and lo and behold, I pick the Jeff Gordon cake. Now, this car is the same car from that same cake. I've kept it all these years. I think it's been almost 20 years now. And it's the symbol of love for me, not just of NASCAR, not just of motorsports, not just the sports, but anything I'm truly passionate about and have a deep connection with. It's all rooted in my original love for this race car on that birthday cake. And from there, as they say, the rest is history. My mom found races for me to watch on TV, and I was hooked. It wasn't just a childhood phase. It was really, and still is, a lifelong obsession. Of course, I watched NASCAR, also Formula One. Reading the timing and scoring and listening to the commentators was a great way to learn the English language. And I became a massive Fernando Alonso fan from 2006 onwards. I promise I'm not a hoarder. I just keep the OG memories. And over those past 20 years, my interest has evolved into basically any and every kind of motorsport. If it's got an engine and wheels and it goes fast, I'll probably watch it. So with this holy weekend of motorsports coming up, I thought I'd share who I root for in each of the series that are participating. In MotoGP, I root for Franco Morbidelli and Brad Binder. But with Trackhouse Racing now joining the grid, I will obviously be rooting for them as the only American team and one that has really enhanced my experience as a motorsport fan in the last 3 years. In F1, obviously Fernando Alonso still racing, so I still root for him. And as you've seen on previous Sports Saturdays, Kevin Magnussen as well. For the Indy 500, I always put good energy out there for the Andretti Global team. They gave me my first official job back when I was still in high school to man their hospitality tent at the Long Beach and Sonoma IndyCar races. So I'll always be impartial to them for not just giving me the first taste of professional experience I have, but also allowing me to engage with something I love at such an intimate level that early in my life. And also as an Asian American, I don't mind seeing Takuma Sato do well. As I referenced in last week's Make It Yours Monday, no attack, no chance. That's his motto, and that's one I like applying to my life as well. And finally, in NASCAR, Jeff Gordon's the original, my first ever sporting hero, but in 2024 and beyond, I root for Ross Chastain and Trackhouse Racing. So to sum today's Turn It Up Thursday, obviously, I love racing. It's the reason why it's the crux of so many of my Sports Saturdays to date. But it's also the primary genesis of why I seek balance. If you ever watch racing and you hear drivers in their interviews, they're always talking about seeking balance in the car or on their motorcycle. And it's not just to find that extra bit of performance, but it's also to unlock their their true potential as athletes. And I think it's very symbolic of how we should all approach our lives, because even though many things are good, we can still push for them to be great by, of course, being balanced. The sport has introduced me to so many great people, allowed me to partake in so many great experiences, and my dream to eventually race something professionally one day will never die as long as I can put my right foot down. Enjoy the long weekend. Remember why we observe it. Memorial Day on Monday. I'll be doing my Murph before I head up to Charlotte. Yes, I'm going to the Coke 600 this weekend. And of course, be balanced.